Hi, my name is Bill, and before I tell you today's Bible story, I want to tell you about two very important magic words. Now, I'm not talking about abracadabra or hocus pocus. I'm talking about the words please and thank you. Now, the reason these are important magic words is because when we use them, we make other people feel good. And in today's story, Jesus is going to do something very special for 10 men, but only one person is going to remember to use his magic words. What magic words did he use? Well, we're going to find out in our story called Jesus Heals the 10 Lepers. Well, a long time ago when Jesus was on this earth, there were 10 men that were really sick. They had a disease called leprosy, and when you have leprosy, you start breaking out in these terrible sore spots. And the sore spots never get better. They just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Well, the problem was that these sore spots were also contagious. So if you had leprosy and you touched somebody else, they could get leprosy too. And because there was no cure back then for this disease, oftentimes they told you to live far away from town, far away from your family and your friends and your loved ones. So these 10 poor men were far away from anybody that they could come in contact with. And there they were with this terrible disease. Well, one day they saw Jesus coming their way. And when they saw Jesus, they started shouting, "Unclean, unclean!" That was what they were supposed to say, which meant, "I'm contagious and I might get you sick." But Jesus said, "Don't worry. I'm not worried about being sick. I'm here to help you." And so he talked to the 10 men, and then he touched the men. And then he said, "Why don't you go home to your family and friends? They really want to see you." Well, the men said, "We can't go like this. Look, we've got leprosy all over our bodies." And Jesus said, "Trust me. Now go." So the men, they started walking away. And as they walked farther and farther away from Jesus, they noticed that the sore spots were disappearing. In fact, before long, all of the sore spots were gone. Well, most of the men started running home to their family and friends. But one person stopped. One person went back over to Jesus and said, "Jesus, thank you. Thank you for healing me." Well, Jesus looked down at that person and he smiled. And he said, I healed 10 men today, but you were the only man that was willing to come back and show appreciation. You were the only man that came back to say thank you. Thank you for saying thank you. Now, I believe that your family and friends are waiting for you, so go quickly. They can hardly wait to see you. Well, once again, the man said, "Thank you, Jesus," and away he went. But that man was really thankful that he was willing to use his magic words on that day to his friend Jesus. Jesus was really happy that that man remembered to come back and thank him. He was happy that that man remembered to use his magic words. Jesus loves it when we use words like please, thank you, excuse me, and I'm sorry. If we use those words enough, they become our habit. That means that we use them at the right time without even having to think about them. Are you using your magic words? Be thinking about that this week as you spend time with your family and friends. And I'll be back soon with another Bible story. So until then, bye-bye.